Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh is merely an excuse. What we are actually witnessing in Karnataka is the internal politics of Congress playing out under the pretext of targeting a patriotic organization. While Chief Minister Siddaramaiah recently denied any move to ban the RSS in the state, his boss Mallikarjun Kharge's son Priyank Kharge seems determined to defame RSS for sheer political mileage. Siddaramaiah, a shrewd politician, is treading cautiously when it comes to RSS. On Tuesday, he stated the Karnataka government has not banned Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. RSS is not mentioned anywhere in the order issued to allow associations to obtain permissions for school and college premises, he told the media in Puttur. His statement carries significance, especially when viewed in the context of the ongoing controversy. But Karnataka IT Minister Priyank Kharge is on a different track altogether, attacking RSS with full force. For the past several days, not a single day has gone by without him not making a remark against the organization. Is he targeting RSS merely to please his local constituency, or is there a deeper political motive? Let's dig deeper. It all began earlier this month on October 4 when Priyank Kharge wrote a letter to the CM Siddaramaiah seeking a blanket ban on the RSS. The letter targeted RSS right when it was celebrating its centenary year, calling for a complete ban on its activities on government premises, including state-run schools, parks and playgrounds. Not stopping there, Kharge wrote another letter to the CM, this time demanding disciplinary action against government employees allegedly linked to the Hindu nationalist organization. In his letter dated October 13, Kharge cited the Karnataka Civil Services Conduct Rules, pointing out that government employees are barred from joining or participating in the activities of any organization linked to politics or political parties. He stated, despite this clear directive, it has been observed that government employees and servants are participating in programs and activities of the RSS and similar organizations. Following this, the minister even issued show cause notices to several government employees for participating in RSS programs, threatening them with suspension. And he didn't stop there. The very next day, Priyank Kharge claimed he had received death threats for criticizing the RSS. To support his claim, he posted a video on X on October 15 where an individual could be heard using abusive and unparliamentary language against him. Now, after his persistent tirade against the RSS, what was the response from the Karnataka CM? Acting on Kharge's first letter, Siddaramaiah directed Chief Secretary Shalini Rajneesh to study the Tamil Nadu model of dealing with the RSS. He said that appropriate action would be taken once the report was submitted. Additionally, Siddaramaiah assured Priyank Kharge full security in light of alleged threats. But the real question is, why is Priyank Kharge so adamant this time about raising the RSS issue so publicly? There could be two possible reasons. First, it could be an attempt at total consolidation of Muslim votes ahead of the crucial elections. The deep-seated resentment of certain Muslim groups towards the RSS is widely known. Currently, a section of Muslims still vote for JDU, a BJP ally in Bihar. Kharge perhaps remembers how a statement by the RSS chief on reservations during the last Bihar Assembly elections cost BJP dearly. Hence, by issuing repeated anti-RSS statements, he might be attempting to consolidate the entire Muslim vote bank in favor of the India Alliance in Bihar. Secondly, Priyank Kharge's aggressive posturing could be a reflection of internal power struggles within Karnataka Congress. It's no secret that there are two distinct camps, one led by CM Siddaramaiah and the other by Deputy CM DK Shivkumar. So far, Priyank Kharge has stayed neutral, not attending the dinner meetings of either faction. Interestingly, DK Shivkumar, the other contender for the CM's post, has openly praised the RSS and even sang its prayer song inside the Legislative Assembly, a gesture that raised many eyebrows. Priyank Kharge's father, Mallikarjun Kharge, once himself aspired to be the chief minister of the state. In 2005, when Siddaramaiah was expelled from JDS by H.D. Deve Gowda, he joined Congress under Kharge's leadership, and the rest, as they say, is history. Siddaramaiah went on to become the face of Congress in Karnataka, while Kharge slowly shifted his base to Delhi, focusing on central politics. So, is Priyank Kharge now trying to settle old scores with Siddaramaiah? He certainly knows that banning RSS in Karnataka is not an easy task, given the organization's deep roots and widespread support across the state. Even Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameswara recently clarified that the government cannot take suo motu action against RSS and would only act on specific complaints. Political observers suggest that Priyank Khadge might be trying to position himself as a dark horse in the Karnataka's ongoing power tussle. By attacking the RSS, he may be attempting to please the party's high command in Delhi and strengthen his credentials as a loyal Congress soldier, someone who can be considered for bigger responsibilities in the future. Amidst this chaos and ambition driven politics within the Congress, the RSS in Karnataka continues to stand tall, commanding immense respect and influence among the people unaffected by political mudslinging.